Good morning, everybody, and what an amazing Wednesday is. It's absolutely beautiful outside, so I've left the door open, and if you can hear the birds tweeting, then those are all the birds that are in the garden that are bustling around in the trees. So the question for today is, are you winning or are you woeful online? So there's a real challenge at the moment in what we need to do, how we need to move our businesses forward. We're a couple of weeks into lockdown, so hopefully we all know where we are and what we're doing. We've got a bit of a head on our finances, so we know whether they're looking good, whether they're looking bad. We should have a reasonable idea of what government financial measures we're entitled to or enabled to get or not, because not all of us can get all of the measures that we think we ought to be eligible for. So how are we feeling today? Are you in financial control? Are you feeling a bit lost? So what can we then do about that? So there seems to be people falling into sort of two individual buckets. There's the woe is me and the I'm really struggling, I can't do anything about it, and they're gorging on chocolate and they're binging on Netflix. And then there's the other camp, which are, right, okay, this is what it is. This is what we need to do. Now I need to move forward. I understand what my financial measures are. I understand what my cash flow position is, good or bad. At least I know what it is. And then, how do we move forward for that? And for the moment, for many of us that are stuck at home and not able to run our businesses in person, some people can, and that's really great. They've been able to keep going. But some of us can't, so we have to move online. So the question for today is, are you winning or are you woeful online? So drop your comments in, let me know how you're doing, what you're doing. Now, I watched a webinar this morning from another entrepreneur who does quite a lot in the small business community, and he was saying that the money is still there, it's just not flowing, which is probably quite true. Everybody's had their moment of panic. They've cut all their fees, they've stopped all their subscriptions, they've stopped subscribing to things that perhaps they probably should keep going, because at the moment they're in lockdown crisis mode. Rather than thinking about building and planning for the future, they're not thinking about what their business could look like or should look like over the next 2 or 3 months. I mean, we talk about this sort of 12-week period, this 3-month lockdown. But what does it really look like? We're 2 weeks in and we're kind of, still not really sure what we're doing or how we're doing it. Not many of us actually have a plan, or certainly not many of the people that I'm speaking to have a plan. But we could have a plan. We should have a plan. And that plan needs to be how to service our customers, how to stay in front of our customers, depending on what's happened in your business. So again, it might be that your customer income has dried up because your customers have stopped trading, but hopefully they'll still be there in 10 weeks, 12 weeks time when we all come out of this. So what do we need to do to keep in front of our customers, and how do we need to keep winning with them online? It may be that your customers have gone online and they're trading and they're doing stuff, but they're doing it slightly differently. So how do you get in front of them, and how do you help them build their businesses so that you can maintain your business? And that's a real challenge. So one of the things that I want you to think about today is, what are the 3 things that you need to do today to help the money flow to you tomorrow? So let's think about getting a plan. So perhaps you can't do what you normally do, but perhaps you can teach it online, or you could share it online. Perhaps you can have a masterclass online, or do a video into a Facebook Live like I'm doing now. What can you do to get yourself in front of your customer? So I've been watching lots of inspirational videos and watching lots of people who are moving their businesses online. So kitchen salesmen who are doing virtual sales meetings online, and they're planning kitchens. They've got the customers measuring the kitchen, and then they're still building the plans around it. I assume they're going to check their measurements after this is all over, but at least that gives them something that they can sell and they can build their pipeline. I've heard of estate agents that are letting properties by doing virtual tours of the property without having face-to-face contact with a potential new tenant, and then agreeing future leases. We've got acupuncturists and physiotherapists and people that are now doing trainings online. So it might be without the physical contact. You might be doing, we've got an acupuncturist friend who is doing meditation online, for example. We've got people who are physiotherapists who are teaching people to self-manage their physical issues online through face-to-face Zooms and through one-to-one sessions that are all done online. So as accountants, one of the things that we're doing is helping our clients do more of their business online, bring their finances more online. I mean, most of ours are pretty much online anyway, but those who aren't, those who needed to make that final step, we're helping them do more online. We're helping our staff, our teams, our clients furlough their staff, but that means that those furloughed staff, what are they doing? Instead of just sitting at home doing nothing, they're not allowed to work on the business, but they could be training to help further the business when they come back to work. So that is allowed under the furlough scheme. So what are you teaching? What can you teach that could be offered to someone who has a furloughed workforce? What could you be delivering? Perhaps it's how to speak, perhaps it's how to manage, perhaps it's how to do digital marketing, perhaps it's how to do Facebook ads. There must be something that you know how to do that you could teach somebody else how to do through a simple online class or a Facebook Live or a Zoom session or a Skype session that will help you bring more income into your business tomorrow. So the three things that I want you to do today, I want you to have a think about what you can do. So it might be, for example, to email your clients today. It might be to phone your clients today. It might be to issue a newsletter today, or record a video today, or post something to YouTube today to send out to your clients. I want you to do something today that is going to bring potentially more income into your business tomorrow. So again, there's a real challenge. Am I profiteering through this crisis? No. If anybody is to survive this crisis, and if anybody wants to be able to get out of this crisis relatively unscathed, although I say that very loosely, we just still need to run our businesses. We still need to generate income. Not everybody has access to the financial measures they need to be able to pay their bills at the moment. So we can manage our mortgages, we can reduce our costs, we can cut some of our spends. We're not traveling, we're not going out socially, we're not spending as much on petrol, but there are still bills that need to be paid, and we need to not feel guilty about having to earn a living during a crisis and generate income from teaching people how to do stuff that they might otherwise not have had the opportunity to do. But we need to see that as a positive. It's an opportunity for us, it's an opportunity for the people that we're teaching to learn something new, and of course, if that has to be paid for, then that has to be paid for. That's good for them. They've got skin in the game. It's good for you. It keeps your business going. So I want you to drop a note in the comments below and let me know the 3 things you're going to do today that are going to bring income into your business tomorrow. Share what you're doing. Inspire others. Show people what is capable of happening out there. So that's enough for me at the moment, and I'll speak to you soon. So drop your comments down below and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.